So this is a Mold Dominion interview for the Instagram. We're interviewing Vivek from Desolus about Death Waves. It's Death Waves plural, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I noticed when I was looking through your playlists that GMU came up.
Yes, so the radio station I do it at is WGMU. When I was a student there, I started in 2017 and I've kept it going ever since.
Okay. So you still do it through the university even though you're not at the university?
Exactly, yeah. Because
Did you graduate?
Yes, I did.
I didn't.
That's okay.
I went there for 2 years. I didn't graduate.
Ain't nothing wrong with
Did
that.
learn some shit though, which was pretty cool.
College is more importantly about learning. As long as what you learn you can apply in the real world, that's what matters.
So are you doing it in an actual radio studio, or are you doing it from your house, or how are you doing it?
So basically, what I like to do now, because the Odds audio software isn't necessarily the best of software, what I'll do is I'll record the entire episode, like I'll assemble the tracks and put the breaks in on GarageBand, convert that into an MP3 file, and then once that's done, I upload the MP3 file to their radio software, and then I air it, and then when a break comes, I just hit pause on the software, talk, and then I unpause it and keep going. That's
do you have rules about what you do? You just kind of keep it about the bands, or do you rant about other things?
Keep it about the bands, but if I feel passionately on a subject, I will rant.
Okay.
Because there have been times when I'll play a band.
Can you give me an example of something you've ranted on your radio show?
Sure. So, for example, I played the band Soul Freon, sick death metal band from Germany. They sound like a mix of Behemoth and Immolation.
Okay.
And I was just looking at all these Euro flyers as I'm airing the episode, and I'm like, as soon as I start, Soul Freon. Why can't more promoters bring bands like this over to the U.S.? They're playing a festival with Dead Congregation and Underground. Why can't we get this? Why can't we get this? And then I transitioned into, speaking of gigs happening this weekend, I've punched the list for you.
So you'll rant about a band not coming to the U.S., not being able to, you know, but somebody's got to step up and book them.
Dude,
honestly, the MDF guys, they've been genius at that, of getting those bands
totally.
like Kraft from Sweden or something to play.
Totally. Even the more obscure you get, how do you pay attention to all this, But they do.
You just got to have your ear to the underground. You know what I mean? You got to be paying attention.
Yeah, that's how.
A lot of people, they wait for bands to kind of come and kick them in the dick. You know what I mean? But sometimes you got to go out and you got to dig and you got to turn over a stone or two.
Exactly. Death Waves is one reason why I still do Death Waves. I don't know about you, but for me personally, sometimes I notice as I get older, you get busier with life. You have
How old are you?
25.
God damn it. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, but for me personally, it's sometimes it's a little harder for me to discover new bands compared to how I used to do it. So I still use Death Waves, and every time I do Death Waves, my goal, new artists. I try to do new artists or bands that have influenced the underground in some way. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I'll throw in Metallica, Iron Maiden, Exodus. I'll throw the classics.
You got to pay tribute to the masters. That's the way it's done.
Of course, and I'm not stupid. I always do that. But I also I'll be on Rate Your Own Music, and I'll go, all right, this genre of music, this decade. And I'll do esoteric because that's one entry per artist, and I go, all right, XYZ. Yeah. This looks cool. Is this on YouTube? Can I do YouTube to MP3 to anything off this? I can. Great. You're going in the set this week.
I find bands on there too. That's a good resource.
Yeah, that's probably the best resource. It's if the Metal Archives expanded for all styles of music.
Yeah. I like to go through Metal Archives and kind of look at it based on countries.
Yeah.
Because I'll be like, what's the Jamaican death metal scene like? Or,
Yeah.
Stuff like that,
you think, and you're like, what? They have Jamaica? What's in here?
Is there a band from this country? And then you find out there's 10.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, okay, next question. What was your gateway band into metal?
Slayer.
Slayer
100%.
How did you hear Slayer for the first time? Do you remember?
Yes, I do. So, let me give you a little bit of backstory before I transition into the story of how I got into Slayer. So a friend of mine was trying to get me into Pantera. There were songs I really did like, but albums overall, it didn't click with me. But then I was listening on Pandora Radio at the time, and I didn't pay for it, so I ran out of skips. And I was on the Pantera radio station. I'm like, damn it, what's up next? And I see Slayer Hell Awaits come on, and I'm just and I'm in the 8th grade.
That's my favorite Slayer.
Oh, dude, it's one of the best. It is probably the best. But anyway, so I hear Hell Awaits come on, and I'm in the 8th grade. I'm starting to discover horror movies. I saw a Nightmare on Elm Street a couple of months back. I'm going, this is sick. I like all this. And then I hear,
yeah.
And I'm like, wait, what is this? Dude, what is happening? Oh no, what is that? And then it kicks into the rest of the song. As soon as that happened, I ran upstairs into my room, opened up my laptop, and I was like, Slayer, first result, Angel of Death. I clicked on the song. Here we are today.
There you are. Yeah.
That was
No, that makes perfect sense.
Slayer influenced the way I look at music. Like, the way I look at music is directly tied to Slayer. Like, it has to be either dark or heavy. Like, I can't, like, Slayer had such a profound impact on how I look at music that it's like, if it's sort of light or happy sound, I'm like, I can't do it, I can't do it. Like, you know, I freak out, you know?
Do you stay within the heavy genres, or do you listen to other like pop stuff on the side, or?
Do you count funk as pop? Like, I'll listen to really happy, upbeat pop, like funk, like you know.
I mean, I listen to all different kinds of things. So
you know, like Slave and Ohio Players and Parliament Funk. Yeah, I can listen to that for hours on end and not get bored because musically it's awesome, and I just.
So they don't need to worship the devil for you to like them.
No, definitely not.
Cool.
I'm definitely not like that. But like, you better have something like that can hook me in and sort of like it's like a lasso, like pull me into your music. And like funk, as happy and as upbeat it is, it's also heavy. Like they'll have heavy grooves.
That's one of the things that I don't like about a lot of modern production is that it's so digitized that it takes the atmosphere out of the record, and the atmosphere is so important to a record. You know what I mean? Especially a record like Hella Waves.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you stated that because I feel like with a lot of records nowadays, they don't understand the importance of atmosphere because atmosphere in a record, it turns it from like, yeah, I'm listening to a record to I'm experiencing music. In my opinion, like atmosphere on a record is that X factor that a lot of bands don't consider.
So I saw that you also do, in addition to metal, you're playing a bunch of industrial, in synthwave.
Yeah, industrial synth music and punk and hardcore too.
Okay.
Like the idea I've always had with Deathwaves, it should be a place where all black shirts meet up. You know what I mean? Not like you've entered into a genre faction, but you wear a black shirt and you know like black. No,
actually walk through this. Yeah, I want to get you guys walking through. Yeah.
Jimmy from Deathless, Mike from Nuclear 2, Mixius, and Total Maniac, everyone. Yeah, but anyways, I feel like with Deathwaves, I've always appreciated like the more I got into metal, and especially again Slayer, the more I got into Slayer, I discovered like their roots are in punk and hardcore just as much as they are in metal. And then like with goth and industrial, that one is when I got into Celtic Frost, and Tom G. War's like, I like Sisters of Mercy. You know, I'm just like, I'll check it out. You guys are sick.
I wanted to drill down on the industrial because when I was looking through your list, there's certain bands that I see where I'm like, okay, he knows this band. That means that guy's cool. You know what I mean? So I saw that you played Missing Foundation.
Yeah, dude.
Which is a super obscure industrial.
Shout out to Rate Your Own Music for that one.
Yeah, those guys are great and super underappreciated.
I didn't know you know them, dude.
So how did you stumble upon them? They're a very strange band.
Literally Rate Your Own Music. I just typed in industrial. I forget what decade they're from, but I typed in the decade, and then I changed it to get into like the type of industrial, so electro-industrial. Like I went really like hyper-specific, and then I just scrolled, and I saw the artwork for that one release, and I was like, you know what? I'll play this. Let's check this out. It's on YouTube. I listened. I'm in. Go. Yep, we're playing you.
Yeah, fascinating band.
YouTube to MP3, man. If I didn't have that, you would not have Deathwaves. Like YouTube to MP3 is my best friend for radio show. Seriously.
Yeah. Well. Now the people know.
Yeah. YouTube to MP3. Never let it go to waste. It's your best friend.
All right, last part. I want you to talk about how you fly planes like Bruce Dickinson.
Sure.
And I want to know, like, what was your gateway into that?
Sure.
Like,
so yes, I am a pilot. I am a commercial pilot. As of this interview, I am a commercial pilot.
You're a commercial pilot?
For single-engine airplanes. I'm working on my multi-engine rating, and the exam for it is apparently on Wednesday, so hopefully by this time this airs, I'll have a double-engine rating.
So what, some guy shows up and he's like, I want to eat some New England clam chowder in New England, and you're just like, what, you just take him up there?
Yeah, but if he has a plane and can pay me to fly him in his plane, I'll do that. It's even funnier. I got, literally today, as we're leaving to come to the show, I got a call from my boss. He's like, hey, can you take my plane, fly me to Ocean City and fly me back? I'll pay you for everything. And I was like, hell yeah, dude. What time do you need me to pick you up? He's like, 4 o'clock. I'm like, I got you.
How long does it, and you were flying from where?
Gaithersburg.
How long does it take to get from Gaithersburg to Ocean City?
By airplane, it should be maybe around like 1.5, 2 hours.
Okay.
Nothing crazy. And again, because you're in the air, you have a Z-axis instead of like the two X and Y axes. Or XCs, I should say it like that. You'll have, if you're lucky and you have tailwinds, it'll push you and make you go even faster. Hopefully, if I could have like a 30-knot tailwind, I'll fly instead of like at 120 knots, I'll fly at 150 knots.
Do you have like a ultimate goal with the flying, like that you want to get to a certain level to do a certain thing? Or
yes, my goal right now is to get to the 1,500 hours required for jets in the airlines, and then once I'm at that, depending on where I am in life, go to the airlines or just stay as a pilot in like the general aviation world. So for those that don't know, general aviation means anything that has nothing to do with the airlines, such as banner towing, crop dusting, aerial survey, and stuff like that.
Wow.
That is my goal, but yeah, I mean, like, this is a career, I mean, as much as I love metal and playing shows, you don't do this for money. Like, I'm not gonna make money playing in a thrash metal band.
You might get some beer money.
I hope I do, though.
You might get some PBR money out of it.
PBR money. Yeah, there's a reason why these are free, you know what I'm saying?
Is there anything you want to tell the people before we go?
Death Waves Radio airs on WGMU Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I would totally appreciate the listen. And Deathless, please give a follow for us on Deathless_DMV on our Instagram.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about Deathless. We'll probably interview Deathless later because they're a fucking sick thrash band.
They are.
But anyway, Mold Dominion up your ass.